I'm here, y'all. Thank you for your patience. You know, we give it a couple minutes before we start the show. Yeah, we're talking about Jonathan Majors today, y'all. All right, let's get this show on the road, baby.
God is dawn. Like and subscribe. Comment some night. Love in this light. Just God is dawn. God is dawn. God is dawn.
Oh yeah, peace, world, peace. Welcome back to Goddess Dawn Speaks, aka the $1 Trillion God, and that is me. I am Goddess Dawn, and yeah, we're talking about actor Jonathan Majors today. Unless your head has been up under a rock, you know he's been in the news a lot lately following his arrest for a domestic violence assault. Prior to this situation, we saw him blowing up in Hollywood, right? Big roles, red carpets, magazine covers. And I mean, slated to be the next Marvel Universe star. So let's talk about what happened, what's going on, what might happen, what is about to happen. Let me say hi to y'all first. I see you, Wow Wayne. Yes, Michelle Hurd. Thank you for being here. What's going on, Miss E. Glimmer? It's been a minute. It's good to see you. Nidra Lemieux. Is that how I pronounce that? Lemieux. I love it. Welcome. My bad. It's all good. Welcome. So yeah, I'm just hopping on to chat with y'all about Jonathan Majors. And you know, when I talk about these actors, these people, like we did Jamie Foxx not long ago, let's talk about, you know, who is Jonathan Majors and, you know, what's he all about? Some of you guys may not know who Jonathan Majors is. I don't know if you watched Lovecraft Country. Okay. But that was a hell of a show. But we didn't even know who he was at that time. Even though it was a hit show, we didn't know who Jonathan Majors was, did we? No. But as of late, he has been all over the place, all over the magazine covers. He starred in Creed 3 most recently. And like I said, he's been a Marvel Universe actor. He's slated to be one of the bigger roles in Marvel. Unless this takes him down. And I think that's the concern. So Jonathan Majors, he was born September 7th, 1989. He's an American actor. After graduating from Yale University with a Master of Fine Arts in Acting, he rose to prominence for starring in the independent feature film The Last Black Man in San Francisco in 2019. In 2020, he gained wider notice for starring in the HBO TV series Lovecraft Country, for which he received a nomination for a Primetime Emmy Award. Majors has since portrayed Nat Love in the Western The Harder They Fall. That was in 2021. He played Jesse L. Brown in the war film Devotion in 2022, and a boxer in the sports film Creed 3 in 2023. They didn't mention that show he was on with Journey Smollett about, I think it was like a Harriet Tubman series. But yeah, since 2021, he has appeared in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as different versions of the character Kang the Conqueror. I think they were going to do a whole film just on Kang the Conqueror. But he was born, let's talk about a little bit about where he came from. Majors was born in Santa Barbara, California, and spent his early years living with his mother, who was a pastor, his older sister and younger brother on the Vandenberg military base, as his mother was in the U.S. Air Force. In 2020, Majors said, "Our father, who loved us dearly, just kind of disappeared one day, and he resurfaced 17 years later." Majors has since reconnected with his father. The family moved around various cities in Texas, including Dallas, Georgetown, and Cedar Hill. He attended Cedar Hill High School and graduated from Duncanville High School in 2008. He described himself as having a difficult childhood, growing up with drug dealers and murderers for neighbors who were anxious on their release from prison. As a teenager, Majors was arrested for shoplifting, suspended from high school for fighting, and lived in his car while working 2 jobs, and after being kicked out of his house. Wow. He eventually found a safe space in the world of theater, where he found some solace and joined after watching Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight, in which he felt Heath Ledger's performance to resemble the criminals with moralistic dualities that he grew up with for his complexity of good and evil, leading him to become an actor so he could inspire others like Ledger did to him. He studied for his bachelor's degree at the University of North Carolina School of the Arts and later attended the Yale School of Drama. He graduated with an MFA degree in 2016. Wow. Okay, so Jonathan Majors, not even 10 years out of college at this point, even though he did get a master's of fine arts. He's not even 10 years out of college, and he's been making huge moves in the industry. So he has all these amazing things going on, even coming from what he calls a hard childhood or hardship time in his childhood. And basically sounds like he grew up around criminals, and he probably saw and heard a lot of things that little kids probably aren't supposed to see and hear. But that's how pretty much it goes when you're living in the hood, especially as a black person or a black man who, he's usually looking for examples, right? His father disappeared, he said, and 17 years later, he reconnected. So I wonder if this reconnection happened after he became a notable actor. Probably so. I think that's a damn shame. Let me come over here real quick. Let's see what y'all are saying. Yes, welcome all new subscribers. Appreciate you. And my steady Eddies, of course. Thank you, Warriors, for being here. Miss Conyers, let me see if I can say your name. Hadiya. Okay. Or Hadaya. Okay, Hadaya. He's a good actor. I know him as Atticus. Yes. I think that's Love Cross Country, right? Underground. Thank you, Miss Glimmer. Yes, that was the show I was thinking of. The Slave, the Harriet Tubman series, right? Thank you, Wayne, for reminding everybody. Yes, I have products on my Etsy store. Everything's in the description. Follow me on the social medias and all that good stuff. If you want to donate to the channel, the Cash App is there too. Everything is there. Oh, thank you, Michelle, for reminding me to hug the babies. Got to hug the babies. All right, so talking about Jonathan Majors, just going over his background, we know that he's come from kind of a hard life, right? And, he's doing well. All of a sudden, he's blowing up. He did all the right things, right? He went to college. He studied, um, got a master's of fine arts, no doubt, for acting. He's just hit the ground running. He's been in a lot of shows, movies, and he's finally making a name for himself where we actually know his name, Jonathan Majors. I literally looked for him on Instagram to follow him before all the mess started happening. But it's not even him, it's a fan account. You don't really see a lot about him on his personal life anywhere. Things he's told us in interviews, yes, but a lot of actors, they might have different social media, Instagram, where they're showing us things going on in their, behind the scenes, but not Jonathan Majors. But let's talk about what has happened. Let me share the screen. We'll start with the beginning of just the assault itself. All right, so arrest charge in New York. New York police, and this was back in March. It was reported on March 26th. Actor Jonathan Majors was arrested in New York on charges of strangulation, assault, and harassment, authorities said. On Sunday, an attorney for Majors said there's evidence that he is entirely innocent. New York City Police said that Majors, star of the recently released Creed 3 and Ant-Man, was involved in a domestic dispute with a 30-year-old woman. Police responded around 11 a.m. Saturday to a 911 call inside an apartment in the Manhattan neighborhood of Chelsea. Oh, see, Jonathan, you can't be messing around in Manhattan, New York like this now. And I believe the woman is a white woman. So, people are immediately, especially black women on Twitter, I'm just going to say, immediately gave him flack because they say, basically, you chose your bed. Now you got to, or you made your bed. You got to lie in it now. It says the victim informed police that she was assaulted. A spokesperson for the NYPD said in a statement, officers placed the 33-year-old male into custody without incident. The victim sustained minor injuries, to her head and neck, and was removed to an area hospital in stable condition. A representative for Majors denied any wrongdoing for the actor. He has done nothing wrong in an email on Saturday, and we look forward to clearing his name up and clearing this up. Now, like I said, this was a March 26th article. Now we are, April 23rd, almost a month later. I'm sorry, April 24th, almost a month later, and we're still hearing new things coming out. This thing hasn't even hit court yet, I don't think, but it's being played out in the public, right before the public's eyes, right? So we heard about what happened. I'm gonna move over to TMC because I think they added a little couple things. Let's see, 5:03 a.m. This is dated March 25th. 5:30 a.m. Pacific. A judge released Jonathan Majors without bail at his Saturday night arraignment in a Manhattan criminal court. And that's what I'm saying about being careful, because it depends on where you're at. Manhattan, black man assaulting a white woman, they're gonna arrest you right away. But I know if he was in the hood, and should this have happened to a black woman, or a woman of color, they probably wouldn't have arrested him on the spot like that without incident. Doubt that. Okay, let me go on. Prosecutors charged the actor with misdemeanor assault, aggravated harassment, attempted assault, and harassment. Majors is due back in court in May. Later that day at 4:44 p.m., here's what allegedly happened in the lead up to this. Per our law enforcement sources, police were told that the alleged victim is Major's girlfriend, and according to her, they got into an argument while in a taxi returning home from a bar in Brooklyn. Okay, so there's probably alcohol involved here. Our sources say police were told the girlfriend saw another woman texting Majors, and she confronted him, trying to sneak a peek at his phone. We're told the alleged victim/girlfriend claims this got Majors he allegedly grabbed her hand and allegedly slapped her. We're also told that the alleged victim claims he put hands around her neck during this. Our sources say the woman was dropped off somewhere and that J.M., Jonathan Majors, spent the night elsewhere. It appears the girlfriend went to police the following morning, Saturday, and reported the crime. Jonathan Majors was arrested in New York City this weekend, and according to police, he's been accused of putting hands on a woman. His team is calling BS. Law enforcement tells us the actor was booked Saturday morning, charges of strangulation, assault, harassment. We're told the cops responded to a call for service around 11 a.m. So she called the police Saturday morning, casually at 11 o'clock or whatever, 10 o'clock after she woke up. And they came over and went and directly arrested this man just based on her word. And maybe she had marks on her. I don't know. It says we are told the alleged victim, in this case, a female, relayed to police that Majors had gotten into a dispute with her and proceeded to attack her. The exact relationship. Also, the update is, I guess initially they didn't know who she was, but now they know she was supposed to be his girlfriend. Sources tell us the alleged victim had visible injuries, including a laceration behind her ear, redness, and marks to her face. She was taken to an area hospital and is in stable condition. As for Majors, he was cuffed and taken to jail on the spot, as police felt there was enough evidence for probable cause. We're hearing he is currently out of custody. And this is just like some fluff, but Majors is a huge celeb these days. He's been in everything from Marvel's latest Ant-Man to Michael B. Jordan's Creed, as I already stated. What else? He's gotten rave reviews. He's been in other blockbusters over the years, seen as a rising star. He was even at the Oscars a few weeks ago among the many presenters. Now, you know you're on your way when they have you present at the Oscars. Like, this is him with a team behind him. But now, since this incident, it has been reported that his team has dropped him. And it could be because more allegations have come out against him. Now let's talk about that. Jonathan Majors' issues worsen as more alleged abuse victims cooperate with the DA's office. As Jonathan Majors prepares for a May 8th court appearance, that's the same day as Tory Lanez' court date. Violence charges, his PR problems are about to get bigger. Sources familiar with the matter tell Variety that multiple alleged abuse victims of Majors have come forward following his March arrest and are cooperating with the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. The prospect of more women waiting in the wings could mark a dramatic turn in the case and comes on the heels of Majors' publicist and management firm cutting ties with the embattled actor earlier this week. The DA has declined to comment. There's a quote here from his attorney. I guess maybe a new attorney. His management dropped him, but I guess his attorney is still with him. Jonathan Majors is innocent and has not abused anyone. We have provided evidence to the attorney that the charges are false. We are confident that he will be fully exonerated. Let me see. So Majors is 33 years old, and his girlfriend is 30. His ex-girlfriend, I guess, at this point. Let's see. So they're saying his attorney she's mounted an immediate and aggressive response to the charges. Now, I know they have submitted some text messages, and there's recently also video that's supposed to be exonerating him. Now, of course, I don't know if they've shown this. Actually, let me look it up. Let me come over here real quick. Hey, Victoria Plays, welcome back. Two bitches, so fine. Did you really have to have that handle, sir? Wow. Okay. That's how Jonathan got in trouble now. You better be careful out here. Okay, so I'm just trying to see, make sure I haven't lost y'all and that y'all are still here because this thing be tripping. All right, so let's talk about the text messages. They say, Jonathan, this was on the 30th. So, just a few days after the accusations came out and the arrest, his lawyer came with some text messages. And obviously, she leaked them to a TMZ. It says Jonathan Major's attorney says that she has receipts regarding the assault claims against her client. Texts in which the alleged victim admits she's to blame and she doesn't want the actor prosecuted. His lawyer says the woman in question sent a few texts to the Creed 3 actor hours after his arrest last weekend, admitting that she was the one who used physical force against him. I was going to say she probably did something to him first for that. That's what I was thinking. Let's see what these texts say. Um, I don't know who's who, but let's see. So on the left, there's no note. You just you knowing what happened. That's in the morning. Sometime that morning. I don't know which morning this is. And then somebody said, did you leave the keys? And then it said goodbye, and then there's a blocked out. So I don't know if it says goodbye, bitch. It says, please let me know I guess her name is, maybe that's her name. Please let me know you're okay when you get this. They assured me you won't be charged. They assured her that he wouldn't be charged. She said they said they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw the injuries on me and they knew we had a fight. Why would she call the police if she didn't want him to be arrested? She said, I'm so angry that they did, and I'm sorry you're in this position. We'll make sure nothing happens about this. I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone. I just got out of the hospital. I only just got out of the hospital. Just call me when you're out. I love you. He didn't respond to any of this. The other text says, this looks like it's 3 hours later. So we have the early morning text at like 8 something in the morning. He responded, said, did you leave the keys? Goodbye. Basically, that's all he said. I'm sure he's in shock and very hurt and dismayed that this woman called the police on him. But he should have kept his hands to himself. Even if she was grabbing his phone, keep your hands to your motherfucking self, especially when you're in Manhattan and you're dealing with a white woman. Come on, Jonathan. Sometimes the star power gets in people's way and it prevents them from seeing the truth of the matter, which is you are still a black man in America, sir. Let's see. They just called again to check on me. Okay, so then she sent 6 o'clock p.m. and then this one is at 9:32. After I love you, and he never responded. It says they just called again to check on me, and I reiterated how this was not an attack, and they do not have my blessing on any charges being placed. I read the paper they gave me about strangulation, and I said point blank, this did not occur and should be removed immediately. The judge is definitely going. She assured this to me. I know you have the best team and there's nothing to worry about. I just want you to know that I'm doing all I can on my end. I also said to tell the judge to know that the origin was to do with me collapsing and passing out and your worry as my partner due to our communication prior. Out of care, she promised all will be relayed. Hmm. Wow. This is a shame. It was probably a night out of drinking. She him off. Somebody texting you and trying to grab people's phone, and that's just drama. But at the same time, this is who he chose, right? This is who he chose. I know there was some other evidence supposedly that his lawyer was trying to leak. Let me see. It was video evidence. Let's look at that. I guess the Daily Mail. All right. Jonathan Majors claims new video proves he did not assault his girlfriend, and lawyer claims that cops coached her into saying the actor grabbed her by the neck. Attorneys for embattled actor Jonathan Majors have claimed that new surveillance video exonerates their client and in his ongoing domestic violence case. Grabs of the footage filed as evidence Wednesday in New York criminal court appear to show the Creed star Accuser uninjured and out on the town after an alleged dust-up on March 25th. At the time, Major's now ex-girlfriend, oh, they got her name all out here, Grace Jabari, wrote in a criminal complaint that the scuffle left her with a laceration behind her ear and an injured right hand. The allegation saw the 33-year-old Marvel star arrested and charged with misdemeanor assault. Citing clips that show Jabari clubbing and socializing in the hours after she said she was assaulted, Chaudhry also pointed to first responder body cam footage she says shows officers coaching the woman through her account of the alleged incident. Okay, so this is a picture of video. This is a video still. It says it shows his accuser that she circled here at the bar and clubbing and socializing in the hours after she said she was assaulted by him. I don't know, the danger in releasing things like this before, the court proceedings is that, people can interpret them in many different ways. I mean, honestly, to see her at a bar, because she might have a drinking problem, to be honest. She seems to drink a lot, even though she's, maybe she's just young and hanging out. But to see her at a bar celebrating, oh, actually, it looks like that's the DJ booth she's sitting at. That's the DJ, not the bartender. Okay, so she's sitting at the DJ booth hanging out. It doesn't necessarily mean she wasn't assaulted. I mean, I'm just saying. I truly hope he's not guilty of this and that he is exonerated and gets put back where it belongs, where he was before this happened. But at the same time, the text, they kind of do say this could be her telling the truth. But there's also, we know how it goes behind the scenes. There are threats. Why'd you do this? You ruined my career. Maybe she felt bad. Maybe she was remorseful for having put him in this position. She's watching the news. He's on TMZ. Said, I'm gonna get you out of this, because maybe she knows that it was a bullshit charge, because she didn't have to call the police. But at the same time, like, if she had marks on her and things like that, and we remember the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial. Remember that? Now she could be an Amber Heard in this case as well. It's just a bad look, and unfortunately, he's going to have to answer to these charges. Hopefully, with the evidence that they have, and hopefully, she will testify on his behalf, as she did in those text messages, as she said. If she stands up, sits in court, and says, "Listen," and also she would have to make it very, very apparent that she's not being threatened to stand up for him. Because in most cases, when a witness is changing their story, especially in court, it's because they're being intimidated or pressured to do so. So here's some more pictures of her. She's literally just kicking it at the club. The hours that she's spotted is between 1:55 a.m. and 3:06 a.m. This is a picture of her here. Wow, nothing really special in my opinion, just a girl. It says, let's see, her ex-lawyers say is disproved by the yet to be released security footage. Wait a minute. Major's now ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari, said in a criminal complaint that the scuffle left her with a laceration behind her ear and an injured right hand. Something her ex-lawyers say is disproved by yet to be released security footage. So her lawyers sound like they left the job. They quit on her, and it says that her complaints are going to be disproved. These are her ex-lawyers saying this. So, So yeah, they have a picture of his lawyer. Yeah, let me just make sure I'm not missing anything from this art. Yeah, so this lady says the 33-year-old Creed star has denied the charges, and they're saying that this video will prove it. So hopefully it works out for him. It's really messed up to see um, somebody who you're looking at this person like as an example. Somebody who's really doing big things, somebody who's an inspiration, somebody who is lifting up the culture, the community by the things they're doing. I'm just saying, like, it was a good look. And then all of a sudden, smack, pat, bop, bop, boop, he's a down and out. Okay. Um, Michelle said it's always about a cell phone, child. The cell phones will get you in trouble. But Jonathan being at the status that he is and all this going on, it could very well just been he was feeling himself. Maybe he wasn't really into her like that. We don't know who this woman is, and she was supposed to be his girlfriend. We barely just meeting Jonathan. Okay, we don't know nothing about the girlfriend, and he definitely wasn't having her on his arm. I don't remember seeing her on any red carpets with him, or like when we see him grabbing up on Michael B. Jordan and doing his thing on the carpet. I didn't see her anywhere. So, she was just a girlfriend, just a girl. So for this to have happened, I'm thinking maybe they were already having problems. Maybe he was about to dip off from her. I mean, after all, this man is becoming a huge star. And she just didn't look like, she just didn't look like anything special. I'm just saying, nothing against her. But, my sympathies to her if this really happened. My sympathies to him if he didn't do anything to deserve this. But until he goes to court and all of this plays out, I don't think we'll know the truth. But it's just listen, any of you guys actors out there, keep it clean and keep it cute. All right, stay away, use your discernment, stay away from troublemakers. Usually somebody with nothing to lose, they're gonna try to tear you down when you try to you know disrespect or leave them, or if they feel like you're threatening their livelihood, they're gonna try to tear yours down. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Republicrat, coming in on the end of this thing? But you can definitely go back into the replay. Please definitely like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Wayne. All my new subscribers, shout out to you, and my steady eddies. As I said previously, I appreciate everybody. And listen, we'll be back again with some more stuff. And join my member channel if you haven't done so. It's $1.99 a month. I'm reading transcripts back there. We talk about R. Kelly and all his craziness in this YouTube sector. All of that is there. Yeah, keep your hands to yourself. That's the end of the day. That's the main message. Keep your hands to yourself, because if he had done so, this would never be happening. So that's all I got. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.